your true colors. That's why.
Hi. If your family was touched by autism, you are in the right place at the right time. Why? Because I'm going to share 5 tips with you on how you can set up your family on a way to success. Who am I and why am I talking about this? My name is Natasha, and I have a wonderful boy who 2 years ago was diagnosed with severe form of autism. I would like to start by showing you a video of my son shortly after diagnosis. At this time he was almost 5 years old.
Or like that? Where are you going? Zach, where are you going? That's a ball? So are you done with your dinosaur display now? Is there anything you want to tell me? What's that? What's that? Who does that? Who does that, Zach? Who does it? Dinosaur does that?
No, behind it. The mouse.
The mouse. Mouse bit your finger? Did mouse bit your finger yesterday?
No, he had the flower.
To tell you the truth, right after the diagnosis, I was mentally paralyzed. For about a month or so, all I could concentrate is breathing. I was breathing, that was good enough. And then all of a sudden, the lights were back on, the sounds were back on, and I had to act. I really had to get rid of my anxiety and depression. Therefore, I jumped into the fight with something that I really didn't know about. Now 2 years have passed and my son can speak 2 languages, Russian and English. His speaking ability is not yet quite where it's supposed to be at his age, but his cognitive ability is. His social skills improved dramatically. He sometimes even better than those kids of the normal development. His behavior is great, just few areas of concerns left. But don't get me wrong, I'm not offering the cure from autism, nor I'm saying that my son is not autistic anymore. What I'm saying is that we are on the way of success, and if we were able to do that, so can you. Looking back in the past 2 years, I see all the loopholes and detours that I had to take, mostly because I didn't know what will work for my son. There's a lot of information available through the books on the internet, but really what we're lacking is a real experience, because this problem is new to us as a humankind. Therefore, there's my shortcut for you and the 5 tips. So, your first tip, gear up. Make your tools ready. What are your tools? The first one would be your diet and the lifestyle. Well, not your diet, your child's diet, but that would be your first tool. And if you never heard about diet application for treatment of autism, there's a lot of information about this, and I just don't have time in this short video to tell you all the details, but there will be more information coming. Trust me, the diet did wonders for us. More than 50% of our success is related to that. The good thing about the diet that you don't need a super duper specialist to come over and help you out with that. You can do it on your own right now, right away, next day after diagnosis. The secret to the diet is that really your entire family have to go to that. That is really a success. Tool number 2 is find a done doctor, Defeat Autism Now doctor, or naturopath that you can trust. It's very important to have a solid medical advice from somebody who understands what you're going through. And your third tool would be to find a government program in your area that will support your specialized services team. It is very important. Your child needs a special support through the occupational therapy, speech therapy, applied behavior analysis, school aids, and so on. Therefore, there should be some government programs that will help you to set that up. Yes, that will work for me. Okay, see you next week. Bye. It is very important to take control of your money in any situation, but in this particular situation, it's more important than ever because your family needs are different from the others. Ask yourself questions. What will happen to my child if I die prematurely? What will happen to my child if I get sick? What will happen to my child when I die? Because really, we want it or not, death and taxes are inevitable and you're gonna die. So what will happen to your child? Because some of those children will never be able to understand simple life concepts such as banking, financing, transportation. Where would they get the money? Set up your family for success and start right now. Make that phone call. Educate yourself. You really need to know how your enemy operates. Only this way you can win. There's tons of information available through the internet, in the books, but really determine what is your learning style is. Maybe you better learn if you in the groups, communicating with people, sharing information. It's very common that people can get kind of secretive about this, and they wouldn't share it with somebody they don't know. But you really don't know where this most important piece of information will come from. I have a quick story to tell. I've learned about the diet option from the guy who didn't even know what autism was. He just mentioned that his friend helping his son by not giving him cheese. And guess what? As soon as I was home, I was on the internet researching, and it was the best thing that ever happened to us. Take care of your army. Who is your army? Your family. That's not the biggest surprise, but really you have to understand that your child is number one for sure, but not the only one in your family. And can you win the battle on your own? Maybe, but probably so much better if you have your army with you and they love you. And what happens normally that we kind of forget about them when we are in this situation. So look back at them. Pay attention to them, spend time with them. What I would recommend to have a calendar where you just block times for your family time. And give them your love, because love is the only feeling that we have in abundance and it will never dry out. Doesn't matter how much we give. Find the inner peace with yourself. There is an old wisdom. Take care of things that you can control, let go of things you can't, and have wisdom to differ from one another. It is so true, and especially in this particular situation, because you have to remember what your main goal is to pull your child through the open window into your world, not to be sucked into his. That means that you have to have your world. You have to have your goals, aspirations, your career, your interests going on for you. And if you're really taking care of your army, you will have no problem to still do something for yourself, still maintain your sanity, and be there available for your family and for your child. So take care. And those were my tips for you.
True colors are shining through. I see your true colors. And that's why I love you. So don't be afraid. Stand sure.